Greetings, Captains, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command. Orion Pirates Plus Mod. I'm Captain Tyrek of the heavy cruiser USS Stephens as we continue our campaign against the Romulan Star Empire. And oh, wow, we just took some territory. It's always interesting. This map actually does run in real time. I'm not quite sure how long each turn is, but it is always running, which is one of the reasons I try and keep intros a little bit short, as progress can be undone in an instant. So, in the last episode, we managed to jump on top of an enemy convoy and wipe it out, and barely make it away by the skin of our teeth. But so far, the planet that we've been attacking at 1812 is down to an Empire defense of 15, which is vulnerable. So with that in mind, let us just quickly check through our supplies, make sure that we are fully equipped, and we will jump out immediately into the sector, see if we can't grab this planet before major reinforcements can happen. We're going to go on the planetary assault. Planetary assault could really backfire on us, because if this is a fully defended planet, we ain't getting through. But if it's a lightly defended planet, which I think it is, we have an opportunity to exploit things. So far, according to the fleet screen, this is a PL-13. It is not a PLPH, which makes me think this is not a well-defended planet. Currently staring down the barrel of an FFHK, a Firehawk cruiser. Oh, devastating, fast, and nimble. They are pretty terrifying, actually. Being supported today by the GCS Soricon, a CCF. So, wait, this is a fast cruiser for you? 2 S's and 2 F's. This is the heaviest cruiser that they've ever escorted us with. So that's nice. Send a probe to find out exactly. Ooh, we got another vessel. A light cruiser off here. She is an SPJ, one of their... Is it a Sparrow or a Sparrowhawk? I think it's a Sparrowhawk, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's pull over and meet up with our buddy. We want to make sure that we're presenting multiple targets for them to have to get a firing solution on. Yep, indeed, he is armed with 2 S-type plasma torpedoes and a host of phaser ones. Nimble and dangerous is the key for that ship. And we would be well to fight him from long range, as we've seen what happens when just a handful of shots can get in on you. So let's make sure that we are prepped and ready to rock. Shuttle conversions are almost done for the first set of shuttles. We're needing to come in here to our electronic warfare systems. And I'm going to go with the 4-2 and prep another Wild Weasel. And I'm really tempted to pack another scatter pack, but I'm going to pack a triple on the defenses for the Wild Weasel. It's much more important that we stay alive. Or so I'm going to say for, this engagement. Come on, keep charging up the systems. In fact, I think they're going to go 5. They generally do. That's the problem. Let's get that forward shield buffed up just a little bit. And we'll pull in formation with the Soricon, letting him be the tip of the spear. He is, after all, very well suited for it. And the Firehawk is definitely coming around for a corner shot. So photon torpedoes set to proximity mode and long-range fire. There is no defense shift to shoot through. Unfortunately, gunnery can't hit the broadside of a barn. What the heck, guys? What am I paying you for? Well, it's the Federation. You don't pay us, sir. Get off my ship. No. Let's slow down just a little bit, make sure we get some. Yep, apparently we can go to full power. So we are sitting out here at a speed of 17. He has 18. He's ducked down into cloak. The Soricon is probably going to dump his Wild Weasel, but that's going to leave him open to this SPJ, who is packing 2 S's and 2 F's. 3... Whoa, holy crap. This ship is better... way better equipped than the Firehawk. Now, granted, the Firehawk is like the fast cruiser, I think. But, oh god. This is a bad, bad day for the Soricon. Let's come on in here. We have a primary target. He's only going to be able to shoot once every 3 turns. Oh, just trunching through the Soricon's hull. 65 damage and then an additional 16 from the phasers. And he's soaring through at a pretty high speed. Did he get a counterattack? He did. Interesting. All up in select. It's ready on the photon torpedoes. I want them in normal mode so I can follow up immediately. Photon torpedoes, fire phasers into that. Don't give him a chance to get away. And he didn't cloak. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Slow down a bit more. All up and select. Photon torpedoes. Give it a shot. Pouring it into him. Forward shields are still fully intact. And I still have another photon torpedo to jam up his butt. So there we go. Managed to cause quite a bit of damage in there. He's down to a speed of 2.7, trailing one of our missiles. I think we've got him dead to rights. And that's what we needed to do. We came in, picked up a gorgeous opportunity thanks to the Soricon being able to plow enough firepower into him. Let's give him a nice blast from our stern firing phasers, which is almost all of them. There we go. And pop off a couple of more missiles on him. He doesn't have a tractor beam. He doesn't have a shuttle bay. This is looking for good hits. And nailed him. Okay, so we've better than evened the fight, because now it's 2-on-1. And he has fewer plasma torpedoes. The Soricon took a huge hit. That is entirely true. He's badly damaged. But he is not out of this fight just yet. How are we doing on power? Got power to the forward engine systems. Excellent. So let's give us more engine power. I'm going to pull up right behind this FFK. He's coming out of cloak. Let's keep in his baffles, because if he gets around to us, then we're going to have problems. His plasma torpedoes are more than capable of driving through us. Luckily, he's had to drop a Wild Weasel to avoid the Saurocon's return fire. This gives us an opportunity to try and pull around the outside edges here. I got at least, yep, all 4 photon torpedoes are about to come back online, and we're in a good position to use them on his stern. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit worried about the firing arcs on this Plasma S here. If I have to lose the speed, I will, but I don't want to have to dump a Wild Weasel. He's reinforcing his stern shields now. Photon torpedoes curl in. We're going to go for it. Fire! We got a couple of good... We only got one good hit. Seriously. We're shooting into a defense shift of 0. So I don't know what quite is going wrong with this, but things are not adding up the way I need them to. Phasers, plow it into him. Drive out, drive out. Pull away, pull away. And that is for the Saurocon. Okay, that's fine. I do not mind that at all. Saurocon able to dump another Wild Weasel, completely safe from the incoming fire, so he doesn't have to worry about that one. And we are kind of messing with our engine. Oh, okay, the electronic countermeasure system is trying to desperately handle what we're asking it to do and charge all weapons. He's coming out of cloak. Or did you just somehow get magic going on? I want to dump a mine on him, but I don't want to hurt the Saurocon. Nope, wouldn't be able to get there in time. If we come on at the right angle, we can do some serious damage. Just get me in behind him and we'll be able to just hang here all day. Well, maybe not. Romulan ships are pretty maneuverable, and Constitution's not so much. They're good ships, don't get me wrong. I like the Constitution. She's a solid design, but she is no dogfighter. She's very much the type to star castle up and then never move. What are we doing on charging? Photon torpedoes are all charging, so we are still good in that. We do have a defense shift of 1 right now for a little bit of extra buff on that. 9 points of forward shield power, which is good. Pick up the pace a little more. I want to keep up with this turn. And put me a mine right... Come on, somewhere. Oh, we are basically on top of each other. Put me a mine right there. Fire all phasers. So we managed to get a couple of good hits right on his stern. Forward port shield is currently down, but that's just because we dropped it for the mine. Pick up speed a little bit more. I want to stay right here. I want to get a good shot with the photon torpedo. Oh, we're unloading photon torpedoes. Not good. Cut down the phaser capacitor. Don't unload my photon torpedoes. I need those things. He is beating me on this turn. However, it does appear to be on a side that he has not charged a plasma torpedo. But I am worried about plasma anchors, so we're going to set up a repel beam. Get that ready to go. Just try and slot in on his stern. I got all 4 photon torpedoes ready for a good shot. They are in range. He's coming out of cloak. Come on, give me that stern shot that I want. I want a stern shot here. He's not going to give it to me. Pop a missile into him. Let's see what he does with it. High energy turn. Knock down those shields. And full stop, full stop. Oh god, that was close. Able to get a couple of phasers to lance in right as he dropped the shield in order to dump a mine there. That's some good hits right there. I don't have any more weapons to pass up on. But I may be able to scare the crap out of him. Let's pull around, pull around. Oh, I was expecting that. Wild Weasel. It was headed for me, okay. So it travels harmlessly between the nacelles as we let it drop right on in there. What I really want to do is take out his shuttle bay. Because if I can do that, then I can hit him really hard with the scatter pack we currently have sitting in our shuttle bay. I'm going to pass on by him, nice and safe. 2 ships in the night. Ah, heck, phasers. Punching through that hull. Ooh, 15 damage. That was pretty good. Able to slam him. Knocked out one of his plasma S torpedoes. Excellent. Now he's in a bad spot. There's no denying that one. Let's come around nice and gentle. Let's not be too hard on the helm here. I really wish these photon torpedoes wouldn't vision glitch so much, because now I can't just glance at it and know exactly what it's doing. Phaser select only. Actually, no, missiles. We're going to follow up a missile attack immediately. It's not going to be much damage, but it'll be something. And it'll also probably distract a couple of phasers. We are on the side that he does have a prepped plasma torpedo for. So we may just want to plow right through. Come on, work around to that edge. I don't care about the mine. I'll bounce it off the shield. Fire everything in the stern. And that missile's going to hit that. He did pick up 1. And I don't have any more phasers. Knocked out most of his systems. Let's force the Weasel. More phasers. Oh, phaser capacitor's not charging fast because we dropped it down to make sure the photon torpedoes did get the charge they needed. Let's force his Weasel. There it is. Okay. So he's protected by the decoy shuttle. We're going to come right around on him. More phaser fire. Wait, no, wait for the attack ship to go away. That would be stupid. Let's try not to be stupid. Although his plasma torpedoes are out. We got him. Phasers only. We're going to finish this the Federation way. Unless the Gorn can come in with a plasma torpedo. Oh, good show. Managed to take out a Firehawk without too much difficulty. He's lost basically all the weapon systems that make him dangerous. He still has a shuttle bay with which to dump wild weasels. But I say we've got him. I could probably actually capture him if I really wanted to. 5 people? Yeah, it's doable. I mean, I'm not going to waste the time, mainly because the Gorn won't let me do it. By the time things actually happen, the Gorn will have, you know, killed him. We can just blast through every shield that he's got. He's trying to fix that plasma torpedo, but it ain't going to save him. It'll be however many turns to fix it, and then 3 turns to charge it. Alright, the plasma torpedo did the job. Onto the planet. Maximum speed of time. Photon torpedo select. Photon torpedo proximity. We're going to this time try not to crash, well, not to get within a range of 3 of the planet. That was a big mistake we did last time. We kind of parked right up onto it, and we're like, hi, we're here. This time, we will avoid such things. So let's get in there as fast as we can. How much power am I shoving into the shields? I don't need any of that right now. I just need speed, all of it. And amazingly, we only used 1 weasel. 1 weasel and 1 scatterpack. Did excellent work. I'm convinced that the scatterpack forcing out the wild weasel was an important moment in the battle. Okay, you managed to hit 0 of that. You're firing into a defense shift quite high. I forgot about that. They will do that, won't they? Full power to the electronic countermeasures. And slow down. Make sure that the weapon... Yep, 8 points of power to charge the weapons. Because we have 4 photon torpedoes. Each photon torpedo takes 2 points of power. So that's where that goes to. We do not need the tractor beam anymore. Ended up not requiring that, which was very lucky. The plasma anchor is terrifying. We have misjudged it before and died. Or at least taken a ton of damage we didn't have to take. Increase the speed time. Just so we're almost there. Slow down the ship. Slow down the ship. And we'll start moving in. Photon torpedoes, set them to normal mode. Just start slamming into this planet. You know what? All weapons just fire. Except for the missiles. We don't need that. Missiles would just be wasted. That is true facts. More photon torpedoes slamming into the target as we steadily accelerate into it. We want to avoid hitting the planet, of course. That would be bad. We also want to avoid a range of 3 where his 8 phaser 3s can get involved in the fight. Unfortunately, the AI not super clever, not quite able to handle fighting around planets. Although I would rather them just sort of mess around out there than to kill themselves on planets. Keep firing photon torpedoes. Just keep bombarding everything down there. Keeping an eye on that distance meter. Ooh, we're starting to cause them big damages now. And I want to be at 3.5. Why? Because it was the best version of D&D. Not true. 5th edition is pretty badass also. The more I play 5th edition, the more I like it. Well, the more I GM 5th edition. I don't really get to play games. I have to teach them. Although that's fun too. Don't get me wrong. It's very enjoyable. So keep blasting on into them. We've almost got them down. 10 more people on this planet. 8 more of them can die. The rest, well, they're invulnerable. They get to hide in their super hardened bunkers, and we have to then go in and pull them out. It's like Osama bin Laden, or... Well, actually, yeah, Osama bin Laden, I guess. But I was thinking more Saddam Hussein, who we had to drag out of a hole. It's basically what we're doing, because the Romulans are quite clearly terrorists. They're not a sovereign nation in their own right. I made facetious, but just in case you were wondering. Almost got him down. 1 more target needs to be wiped out. There we go. Send in the Marines. Beaming them all over to deal the damages. To wreck everything on that planet as they see fit. They've got 1 of those teams down. They only need to find 1 more VIP. And once they do, victory is assured. Oh, now we just need to finish securing the building. Come on, guys. You can do it. I believe in you. They don't really require my belief, after all, but, you know, the fleet believes in them. More or less. We stopped shooting, so don't worry about getting hit from us. That would be a really terrible mechanic, you know, if we could continue to fire down the planet, it could hurt our own guys. That would suck so very much. 495 prestige is our reward. The planet is down to an Empire defense of 10. We're 2,161 prestige, which is not enough to buy anything that we want. Sad, but true. New command cruisers are at 170. Heavy command cruisers are 160-something, I think. Not quite sure what makes them better, because as far as I can tell, they've got 10 phaser 1s, we've got 10 phaser 1s. You've got the 2... Oh wait, no, they've got 2 more phaser 1s than us. Because we've got 2, 4, 6, 8. And they've got 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. So they've got 2 additional phaser 1s. Although their engine power is the same, so they're basically a little bit slower than what we can pull off. I can live with that. No internal repairs needed. Apparently they didn't manage to cut past our shields. However, we did spend a couple of mines and marines taking a planet, plus 4 shuttles, well, 2 shuttles, and then we'll pick up the rest of the missiles that we require. Excellently well done. Map. Continue the pressure. Shipyard assault is something I've been trying to avoid. I hate them with a passion. And I am also somewhat worried that we may not be able to successfully accomplish this mission. We are currently squaring off against no enemies. However, we are escorted today by the USS Paris and the USS Yamamoto, a full-on Federation-guided dreadnought. Look at the beauty! Before we get too stunned by the beauty, we're going to quickly do this because we're in a fight against Romulans, probably. Oh, look at it. Oh, she's not. Are you a carrier? She is a heavy carrier. Oh, even better. You can tell it's a carrier because one of the great things that Fire Souls mod did, Orion Pirates Plus, is when he took a whole bunch of models to include them in. There are so many different variants, and as you can see, he's got bay doors in front of him. Bay doors in front, bay doors in back. That's a through deck right there that all the fighters can operate out of. So very cool. If you look at things like Galactic Survey Cruisers, they've got additional navigational arrays around the outside edge. This is just the regular luxury transport, and I'm not quite sure why we brought it. But this will be beautiful. Assuming, of course, we're not fighting anything too dangerous, although I'm not seeing the enemy just yet. Which is worrying me. Because I would expect to see the enemy by now. Oh, there they are. A KFRD? I'm legitimately not seeing the enemy. This can't be right. Probe away.
Decoy shuttle ready. Scatter pack shuttle ready.
Interesting. There are no defenders. Not only are there no defenders, this is a Klingon shipyard, which means it's defended by missiles. Missiles are not great for defending these things because they only come in groups of 2. Let's pull in tight to the Yamamoto. We'll give him some cover. Not that his own anti-aircraft defenses can't handle it perfectly fine, but we will add to them so we can get within range. So another speed of time, just so that it can handle the missiles, because the game gets a little bit confused when you're playing at high speeds and it's trying to do point defense calculations. It doesn't really like doing it. Oh, we are one big happy fleet. What Khan says with derision and mockery, I say with pride. Oh, look at it. Look at it! Yes, yes, I am way too enamored with this sort of thing. That is the Federation fleet right there. That is just... that is the essence of this game. That is what makes this universe so cool. That's what makes this game so cool. Just... I wish I could turn off the HUD elements just to take a screenshot of this, because this is gorgeous. I love you so much, game. And this is why. Point defense systems, defending ourselves. Alright, enough of the beauty passes. Let's get involved with taking out a Stardock. Hell no. More beauty passes, but Stardock time. And we've got incoming missiles. Not a problem. Slow down the speed of time just a little bit. Point defense systems are engaging. Missile... Oh, phasers not required. However, we are currently now restocking on our anti-missile defense systems. They are currently recycling for the next round. Increase the speed of time. These missiles are not headed our way, but we will play Vanguard. Those missiles are headed our way. Do I need to turn this on? No, apparently it's just not going to shoot. And she has deployed her fighter wings. Looks like 12 fight... Oh, nope, 16. She does have 16. Excellent. They're only Hawks. I haven't managed to get around to trying to mess to make sure that they get, you know, proper ships, but... Tractor beams! Tractor beams, why you no activate? You were well within range to do it. Now we don't need them. Yes, we are going slow. For a little bit of a reason, because this is too cool. It's so much fun when you get, like, proper fleet actions rolling in together. And it's beautiful. And the fighters coming out being our little... eyes, ears, and defenders against the incoming missile threats. Too wonderful. Thank you so much, game, for giving me this wonderful mission. Oh, it has been somewhat of a rough week, but this makes it so much better. We have been struggling against Firehawks over and over. We've been trying to beat out the Romulans, but in moments like this, it makes you feel pride. Pride and certainty that eventually we shall overcome the odds. We shall defeat our greatest enemies. Not for any, like, evil reason, of course. We are, of course, the good guys still. Never forget that. But still. So So we're just going to slowly pull on in here. Again, I'm a little bit worried about missiles. It's not super important. Let's save them just slightly, as we'll pull into this Klingon repair dock. Slow down the speed of time. Photon torpedoes. Oh, unfortunately, I forgot. Yeah, you're doing something like that. Can I grab you with a tractor beam? Out of just random curiosity, can I do that? That would make me laugh. Legitimately, I would laugh. No, I don't think I can. Wait until the attack ship goes away. Almost, almost. Attack ship gone. Open him up. I think that got him. There we go. The first of the Klingon star docks are destroyed. Maximum speed of time and increase the speed of the ship. As we'll swerve over here to deal with the next one. As long as the Paris doesn't die, I'll be happy. And if the Yamamoto dies, well, that'll be a tragic shame. She is a beautiful design. Unless you don't like 3 nacelle ships, and if that's the case, what is wrong with you? 3 nacelles are awesome. They are. Mostly. You have to admit that the Galaxy X, battleship was a pretty badass ship design. You can't tell me otherwise. I refuse to believe you if you say such a thing. So we're just going to swoop on in here. Try and... Their phasers just splashing against his shields. Not able to quite penetrate, but I do believe that we have the can opener required. Oh, there goes the shield. What happened to him? Incoming missiles. We're going to try and give a little bit of point defense right here. And slow down. Nice and steady. 66 damage was all we were able to do. That's pretty sad, actually. Maximum speed of time. Phasers, engaged. Phasers cycle a little bit faster, please. Oh, the fighters keeping the shields down. And there we go. On to the last star dock. Paris is almost involved in the fight. It's chugging along nice and slow. Not able to get too high on speed because it's just a merchantman. Although, originally this would be the luxury liner. This was the model for the luxury liner, but they picked it up for just medium merchants. I think. Pretty sure. Yeah. LMPH. Medium Merchantman Freighter. Medium Merchantman Phaser. That's the words I look for. Photon torpedoes. Should I use proximity hit? Sure. Give it a blast. Fire control. We've talked about this. You're embarrassing me in front of the Dreadnought. Set them back to normal by the time we get in close. We will be able to have full usage of them, or, we'll stop, but in either case that'll work. Hello. We're here to teach you why you do not mess with the Federation. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Photon Torpedo? He has now. Successful shipyard assault mission thanks to the help of the USS Yamamoto and the utter lack of enemy defenses. We could have done that on our own. Legitimately, we could have. I'm really surprised at that. 450 prestige, and a tile neutralized. But capitalizing on that neutralization, we'll have to wait until another day. We've come to the end of yet another episode with victory close at hand. I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.